Meillä on tänään erikoisvieraana hänen puhuin tästä Bhaktivaibhava Swami. Hän on Srila Prabhupadan oppilas, hengen opettaja ja pienen Srimad Bhagavatamista ja selviää tästä mahdollisen tekoälyn avulla Krishnasta elokuvien pieniä pätkiä näyttää niin. Om namo bhagavate vasudevaya. Om namo bhagavate vasudevaya. Om namo bhagavate vasudevaya. Om namo bhagavate vasudevaya. Do we need translation or not?
Tarviiko joku käännöstä suomeksi tai sujuuko englantiin? English is good.
No need.
No need.
So we are reading from the Srimad Bhagavatam 6th canto. No, I'm fine. 6th canto, chapter 4, text 47. Awesome. I'm in India. Samivadre Nanyat Kinshantaram Bahi Sangyana Matram Avyaktam Rasuttam Eva Vishvataha. Translation. Before the creation of this cosmic manifestation, I alone existed with my specific spiritual potencies. Consciousness was then unmanifested, just as one's consciousness is unmanifested during the time of sleep. Purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivaibhava Swami Srila Prabhupadan ki jai. The word aham indicates a person. As explained in the Vedas, Nitya Nityanam Chaitana Chaitananam. The Lord is the supreme, eternal, among innumerable eternals, and the supreme living being among the innumerable living beings. The Lord is a person who also has impersonal features. As stated in Srimad Bhagavatam 1-11, Vadanti tat vavidas tatvam yat jnanam advayam brahmeti paramatmeti bhagavan iti shapyate. Learned transcendentalists who know the absolute truth call this non-dual substance Brahman, Paramatma, or Bhagavan. Excuse me. Consideration of the Paramatma and impersonal Brahman arose the creation. Before the creation, only the Supreme Personality of Godhead existed. As firmly declared in Bhagavad Gita 1855, the Lord can be understood only by bhakti yoga. The ultimate cause, the supreme cause of creation, is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who can be understood only by bhakti yoga. He cannot be understood by speculative philosophical research or by meditation, since all such processes came into existence after the material creation. The impersonal and localized conceptions of the Supreme Lord are more or less materially contaminated. The real spiritual process, therefore, is bhakti yoga. I think we can already say something about what we just read. It is mentioned here that before creation, referring to the material manifestation, before the cosmic manifestations, the creation of the entire universe, not only one universe. As we learn from the Vedic literatures, there are innumerable universes. This is only one. We are existing at the moment within this particular universe. It is even described as a small universe. We have here 14 planetary systems, but other universes, they have twice as many. Other universes, 1,000 times more. Other universes, 10,000 times more. So we are living in a small universe. But before all these universes manifest, periodically, they manifest, they are being maintained for the lifespan of Lord Brahma. In our universe, that is 411 trillion, 40 billion years. That's the lifespan of our particular universe. Let the modern scientists figure that out. The lifespan of the universe. There's so many speculations about it. So, at one point after that amount of time, 411 trillion, then this universe will be destroyed. And then again it will be created. It is an ongoing process. Buddha praliyate, as explained by Lord Krishna in the Bhagavad Gita. It is an ongoing process of creation, destruction, creation, destruction. Just like we experience with our own physical body. It is being created, we take birth, we grow, it is being maintained for some time, then it begins to dwindle away, old age, and then death. Same thing with this universe. We have the microcosmos and the macrocosmos. Same principle. Creation, annihilation. Creation, annihilation. But then what is the existence beyond that process of manifestation and unmanifestation? What is beyond it? That is explained here. The existence, eternal existence of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. It might be surprising that we just heard in the purport that he cannot even be understood by meditation. Because the process of meditation in itself is not sufficient. In the Ashtanga Yoga process, there's one part, Ashtanga, Ashta means 8. The yoga system consists of 8 parts. So one part is dhyana, meditation. But in that meditation, the perfected yogi can only realize Paramatma, which is also a manifestation, expansion of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the Supreme Lord situated in the heart of each and every living entity. It is called Paramatma. But this Paramatma, it is an expansion of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Krishna. So the yogi who even perfected the process of meditation, he has to go even further. He has to come to the mat bhaktim labhate param, as Krishna explains in the Bhagavad Gita. Mat bhaktim labhate param. He has to come to the stage of bhakti, pure devotion to the Supreme Personality of God, the cause of all causes, the cause of all incarnations of the Supreme Lord, the cause even of the Paramatma feature, manifestation in the heart, cause of everything. That is Lord Krishna. And to understand, realize Lord Krishna, one has to come to that platform of bhakti. Bhakti means devotional service to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. There's no higher process than that. As the Lord says, Bhaktamam abhijanati, only by devotional service can I be understood. Before the creation, the Lord existed as a person, as indicated here by the word aham. When Prajapati Daksha saw him as a person who was beautifully dressed and ornamented, he actually experienced the meaning of this word, aham, through devotional service. So many many persons who take to a spiritual process, they prefer an impersonal realization of the Supreme. It seems to be easier to meditate on something which is another person. Some kind of transcendental sound like Om, Omkara. It is also a feature, aspect of the Supreme Lord. However, it is impersonal aspect. It seems to be easier to meditate on something void, something impersonal. Why? Because we don't have good experience in this material world, often with the personal relationships. Of course, in the beginning, it seems to be very promising, these material relationships, but after some time, it looks a little bit different. The divorce rate is increasing steadily. So we don't have necessarily good experiences about personal relationships. So now again, to meditate on some person, we shy away from such a process. But the difference is that the Supreme Personality of Godhead, everything in Him is perfect and complete and all attractive. This is one of the meanings of the name Krishna. Krishna means everything becomes attracted to Him. His beauty is beyond comparison, all attractive. His knowledge, His wisdom, everything. His transcendental body is so beautiful. There's one story of Cupid, the demigod of love. So in this material world, everyone always feels attracted to Cupid, love. You want to love something. And once Cupid, when he saw the beauty of Lord Krishna, he fainted. Krishna was so attractive that his own all attractive features just faded away. He thought, I cannot even begin to compare to that beauty. He was so overwhelmed by Lord Krishna's transcendental beauty, he just fell over backwards, fainted. So this gives us some idea about Lord Krishna's transcendental beauty. Each person is eternal because the Lord says that He existed as a person before the creation, agre, the Sanskrit, agre, and will also exist after annihilation. The Lord is a person eternally. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur therefore quotes these verses from the Srimad Bhagavatam. So then there's a Sanskrit given of 2 verses. The translation, the personality of God had appeared in Vrindavan as the son of Mother Yashoda, who bound the Lord with a rope, just as an ordinary mother binds a material child. There are actually no divisions of external and internal for the form of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. But when he appears in his own form, the unintelligent think him an ordinary person. Avajananti ma mudha manushantanam ashritam. They tend to think that, Lord Krishna, the Supreme, he is also a person. That means he also has a material body, like we do, like we have. For us, person means a material body. So they misunderstand. Lord Krishna never possesses or takes on any material form. He's eternally manifested in his eternal spiritual form. Like there was once a great yogi, Durvasha Muni, mystic yogi. So he heard about Lord Krishna, how he performed performs his pastimes in Vrindavan as a child. The Krishna has, of course, that potency to take on the transcendental form of a child. He can do that. Even we were children in the past. We can do it. Why not the Supreme Lord? So he performed his childhood pastimes in Vrindavan. Durvasha Muni went to Vrindavan, and when he saw Lord Krishna from a distance, he did not believe, he did not comprehend, he could not understand. This little boy is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. This is not possible. So when he looked at Lord Krishna, he looked at Durvasha Muni, that yogi, from the corner of his eyes. And it is described like a lion cub, a small lion. Although it is a small lion, but still, if the lion looks at you, there's already some potency there. In the look of a small lion, still some potency is there. So then Lord Krishna, he ran toward Durvasha Muni, jumped on his leg, and then he sucked the yogi into his mouth. And then after some time the yogi came out and he found himself in another universe. And that universe was in the process of devastation, meaning it was filled with water, everything was devastated with water. So he was floating in the water for a long, long period of time. And then he saw a small hole in the cover of the universe. By his own mystic power, he went through that hole and came out again out of the mouth of that boy Krishna. So then he looked at the boy, now I understand a little more who you are. So after that experience, he went back to his ashram and he was chanting the glories of Lord Krishna. So we are not qualified, of course, to undergo such an experience. It's not our qualification. But we can begin to experience the true nature of Lord Krishna as the Supreme Personality of Godhead by this process of bhakti-yoga. Always chanting his glories, like we just chanted Hare Krishna Mahamantra. This is one part of the process of bhakti-yoga, to chant Lord Krishna's holy names. And then of course Shravanam, to hear about him. It's another process. Always hear about the Supreme Lord Krishna. And slowly, gradually, we will understand more and more and more and more, all the way to the point that we develop attraction, deep attraction to Krishna, which ultimately, in a perfectional stage, turns into love, prema, love for Krishna. And that's the perfection of human existence. So I think we can stop here. Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai.
Jai.
Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Jai.
Gaur Premanandi.
His Holiness Bhaktivaibhava Maharaj ki Jai.
Hare Krishna. So we continue with the program.
Yes, now we can watch the movie.
Yeah. Should we show both parts or only one part?
Both, if possible.
Both.